Hello my lovelies, it is time for a new reading vlog, so stay tuned. Hello my lovelies. So if you've been following along with the posts that I've been making on YouTube, you know that I had a little head injury earlier this month. Yeah, so learn from my mistakes. I did a stupid. I was scrolling through my phone while going down the stairs. Don't do that. And I thought I was at the last step and I wasn't. I missed the last step, and when I landed on my ankle wrong and it kind of twisted like that, like sideways, and I fell backwards and I hit my head on the corner of the wall and it was a big mess. And I gave myself a concussion, needed 5 stitches in the back of my head. And reading has kind of gone a lot on the back burner since then, so I haven't gotten a whole lot of reading done. Well, the first 2 weeks of the month I did good, and then last week I didn't do so good because of my head. I've finally gotten to the point where I can start listening to audiobooks, so that's what I've been doing. I'm currently listening to If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio, and I'm on page 140 of this, so a little more than a third, but not quite halfway. And then I have a lot of books that I want to try to get done this week. I don't know how that's gonna go. I've kind of pushed a lot of things back because of the head injury, so I have a lot of videos that I need to get edited and uploaded this week. I have a lot of books that I need to get read. I'm going to do the best that I can, but I'm also going to not push myself too much because I do have a concussion. And tomorrow I'm like both excited and nervous because tomorrow they take the staples out, and I'm excited for them to be out because this itches like crazy back here. It's also still very tender with those staples in there, and I worry that I'm like gonna catch them or something. And also they stapled down some of my hair with it. So yeah, I'm ready to get those out. But also I'm scared to get them out because I know it's gonna hurt when they take them out. But that happens tomorrow morning, so wish me luck. Though by the time you see this, it'll already be done. As far as reading, I have some lofty goals this week. So I want to finish If We Were Villains, and at this point, okay, all I know about this is that it follows a group of like 7 Shakespeare students, and it kind of goes back and forth in time periods. So it starts out 10 years after this big event happens. One of these people in this group is killed, and the person that went to prison for it's now 10 years in the future and they're getting out of prison, but the police, the detective or whoever that was responsible for this case never really believed that this person was the one who did it. And so he's asking for the actual story, what really happened, and completely off the record. So the one that's spent 10 years in prison is now telling the story of what happened. And we're just kind of learning the dynamic of all of these characters at this point. I don't even know who has been murdered, like who's getting murdered or whatever, or who has actually done it or anything like that. So I'm really curious. I have an idea of like who could end up being murdered, but that has changed a few times because I've thought, oh, this person is the person that's going to get murdered. And I've also thought, oh, this person is the one that's actually going to be the murderer. So, and that's been the same person. We'll see. I also have started physically reading something. This is sort of dipping my toes in to see if my eyeballs or my head can handle it. So I'm physically reading Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell, and so far so good. Can handle the graphic novel. I'm on page 59. I was going to start this vlog before I started reading this, but at the moment, like when I wanted to start the vlog, Einstein and Bella were both chomping away on a bone and it was really loud. So I just went ahead and started reading while I waited for them to finish. But this follows Deja and Josiah, and it's their senior year. It's their last season working at the pumpkin patch, their last night. It's Halloween night, working at this pumpkin patch. And Josiah, he's a bit of a melancholy guy, and he's kind of down about it being their last night there. And Deja, his best friend, is like, well, that just means we have to make the most of it. And she's trying to get him to talk to this girl that he's had a crush on for 3 years that also works at the pumpkin patch. So I think this is gonna be super cute. And yeah, this is my goal, to finish today, and then I will continue listening to If We Were Villains. But yeah, I want to finish this today. Other things that I want to read this week, I have my buddy read of The House of Hades by Rick Riordan. This is the 4th book in the Heroes of Olympus series, and I'm supposed to start this today and read like the first 10 chapters or something like that. So yeah, I need to do that because I haven't read any of this. I do have an audiobook for it, so that'll help just in case I can't do it with my eyeballs. Then I have Fence volumes 2, 3, and 4. These are from my library, so I need to get them read so I can return them to the library. And then I have my buddy read from last week that I didn't read because my head wouldn't let me. That is Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. And then last but not least, I have one of my Once Upon a Book Club boxes that I want to do a full unboxing of, and that is for the book The Haunting of Ashburn House. And yeah, this, I'm going to open all the gifts as I read them. If you don't know, the way Once Upon a Book Club works is you get a box with a book and a bunch of wrapped gifts, and as you're reading, let me find a page. As you're reading, you get to some post-it notes in the book that say open your gift, and then you go find your gift for that page number, and it's something to do with the story, and it just makes it fun and interactive. And this is one of the Halloween boxes that they did, so a nice spooky read for Halloween week. But yeah, that's my goal for this week. That's everything I want to read. Also going to be doing dressing up in costume and taking everybody out trick-or-treating. We're even going to attempt taking the dogs out in costume. Though I do need to check and make sure Einstein still fits in his costume because he's grown quite a bit since we got it, so we'll see. Alright, I'll talk to you later. So my plans have not gone according to plan. On Monday, you know how I said I wasn't going to push myself or overdo it? Well, Monday I did. So Monday was also Marty's day off, and there were some things that we wanted to get done while he was off because we needed both of us to do it. And I was like putting some furniture together that I had gotten. So I didn't listen to any more of If We Were Villains. I didn't read any more of Pumpkinheads. I did physically start to read The House of Hades, and I got like 4 or 5 chapters in, and then I got really tired. And I'm not like a take a nap kind of person. I just don't do that. Marty likes to take naps, but I just don't. And I had to take a nap. I think it was my brain saying, okay, you've had enough. And I continued reading more after I got up until my head started hurting. I think I'd gotten another like 3 or 4 chapters and my head started hurting. So I stopped physically reading and I switched to the audiobook of this. And I managed to get my pages for this in on Monday. But then we started doing the furniture, and things on one piece of furniture didn't go the way we wanted them to go, and it required a lot of extra thought, which my brain didn't appreciate. Plus, putting everything together was really loud with the drill and everything. So by the time we went to bed Monday night, my head was killing me. It was so bad. And then I woke up Tuesday morning and it was still killing me. And yeah, the medicine that the doctors had given me the last time I went, just, they weren't doing anything to help this headache. So on Tuesday I went and I got my staples out, and oh my goodness, that, like, it didn't feel pleasant, them taking them out, but it was such a relief to finally have them out and to take a shower and use actual shampoo and conditioner. Like, I've been using nothing but Dawn dish soap on my head for almost 2 weeks. So that was a relief to be able to condition my hair and everything. The area is still a little tender, so I don't want to do too much, but I was happy to be able to do that. But then I eventually took the new medicine because they gave me some new medicine when I was there, and this medicine just knocked me out. And I was sort of I took a nap, a nice long nap. I took a couple of naps on Tuesday, and I was like just out of it. I was either hurting or sleepy or asleep all day Tuesday. So I didn't do a whole lot. I still didn't read any more of Pumpkinheads. I did manage to listen to yesterday's pages of the House of Hades. So I'm currently on page 165 of this. I haven't done today's yet. And I did listen to a tiny bit more of If We Were Villains. I think I pretty much just listened to this while I was going out to pick up the prescription and coming home. But I'm on page 172 of this. So more like halfway now. So I'm behind on everything I want to do again. I also need to edit and upload stuff because I didn't get as much done yesterday as I'd like to do with that, because I couldn't really look at the computer screen. I know I'm not really supposed to be looking at the computer screen because I have a concussion, but I want to get these videos out to y'all, and I have to look at the computer screen and do that. So yeah, gotta get those taken care of, and that is what I plan on doing today. My hope, don't know if this is gonna happen, and again, I'm gonna try not to push myself too much because I don't want to like make my head hurt, because it's kind of okay right now. But I do want to read my pages of this, and I'd like to try and finish both of these today. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna go and get to work, and I will talk to you later. Okay, so you know how yesterday I said I wanted to get 2 videos edited and uploaded? Well, I did get those done. I also said that I wanted to read my pages of the House of Hades. I did get that done, and I've also read today's pages. I also said I wanted to finish reading Pumpkinheads, and I did do that. I really enjoyed this. It was super cute. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. There's not really anything more to tell you than what I already said. Though I will add that Deja is bi, which I didn't know going into this, which I really enjoyed that. This was super cute, lots of fun, 4 stars. And I also said that I wanted to finish If We Were Villains. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I did get to page 217, not much more than where I was. However, I really wanted to complete some more, so I ended up picking up Fence Volume 2, and I read that, and I enjoyed this one more than I enjoyed the first one. I can't remember what I gave the first one. I think I gave it 3 stars. I'm going to give this one 3.5 stars. This is like day 2, I think, of their tryouts, and like day 2 and day 3. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. 3.5 stars. And then I didn't want to stop, so I picked up volume 3. And which one was this? Oh, this is day 2. This was day 3 of the tryouts, and we found out who like made the team and all that stuff. And I enjoyed this one even more. I'm gonna give this one a 3.75. And then I still couldn't stop, and so I picked up volume 4, and this was their first practice match, and I'm actually starting to like CG. He's this guy, and he's a bit of a jerk. He's been a bit of a jerk since the beginning. However, starting to come around and like him a little bit. But yeah, in this one, they have to work as a team, and CG, he really does not do well with like the whole team aspect, and so he's got to work with his team, and I enjoyed it, and I'm gonna give this one 4 stars, and I will continue with this series. I think the next thing to read, according to my friend Clint, is the actual novel, which I have somewhere. I don't know when I'm gonna read that. I'm not gonna try to fit that in this month. But yay, I've completed 3 more books, so I'm happy about that. And I really want to finish this today, but I'm not sure that that's gonna happen because I've been out running errands all day. It's now like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I have a video to edit. It's a short video, but it's a video that I put a lot of work into editing, and I do a bunch of extra like graphics and all kinds of stuff for, because it's the Merry Bookmas Readathon announcement, which I think will probably have already posted by the time this vlog posts. Yeah, so I'm excited. But yeah, that's something that's going to take a long time for me to edit. Even though it's a short video, it's going to take a long time to edit because of all the extra stuff I do. So I don't know if I'll actually finish anything today, so I'm glad I got a couple extra graphic novels read. Also, I have some book mail. Okay, so I think I know what this is. I think this is a thing I pre-ordered. Just the tab broke off. There we go. Oh yeah. This is a book that I pre-ordered, and I already have a copy of this book, and I haven't read it, like the copy that I have. I started to read it one day just to try to see if Xander would be interested in reading it with me, and it was kind of over his head, but I really only read like a page or 2, and I was already interested. But I've loved everything that this author's written, and I have a feeling that this is going to be one of my favorite books by them. And this very special edition came out, and so I wanted it. But I also love the edition that I already have. So now I have 2 beautiful editions. This is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. This is the anniversary edition, illustrated, and it looks like this, and it has these beautiful stenciled edges. The bottom and the top are like a light blue, and then we have the flowers. There's also a ribbon bookmark, little gold ribbon bookmark. Take the dust jacket off for a second. Here's how our end pages look, and the back. So pretty. And then the book with without the dust jacket is just absolutely stunning. And this is also a signed edition, and I'm just super happy to have it. Ooh. Pretty. Okay. Anyway, that's what it came in the book depository box. Let me put this cover back on. Okay, this other box, I'm a little concerned because of the way things are rattling. This is from Hebel Designs, and this is something that I pre-ordered a long time ago, and I'm so excited. There is a book in here, but I don't think that's all that's in here because I ordered multiple things, and I think I told it to just wait until the book was ready because that's what we were pre-ordering. Okay, so it looks like it's just this that was rattling around. There's like a lid that's loose, but it looks like it's well packaged. There's very thin worms here. All right, hold on. Okay, so here's the first little tin, and it's got tissue paper inside. Oh, okay. So excited. Oh, it's turned the wrong way. It is my Clockwork Angel necklace. If you don't know, this is from the Infernal Devices. So excited. And I can't remember, I think it's like sterling silver with something on top of it to make it look like this. I can't remember exactly, but I know that it's like something I can wear, which is hard to find for me with like this costumey, not really costume, but fandom type stuff. A lot of the times it's not real gold or real silver, or sterling silver even, and it breaks me out. Okay, then we've got this one, which is another piece of jewelry I ordered. Oh gosh, this one's so tiny. I definitely expected it to be bigger. This one is also a sterling silver, but it is the angelic rune. Again, Mortal Instruments. Are you sensing a theme here? And then the book that I pre-ordered is All the Stories Are True. Classics Reimagined in the World of Shadowhunters. Cassandra Clare, illustrated by Cassandra Jean. And let's see, there's an introduction. Then we have like the Cinderella story. I guess this one's told by Tessa. I love it so much. Anyway, this is gorgeous. It's also like a fabric kind of cover. It's, you know, relatively short. It's probably less than 50 pages, I would imagine. I don't know, the pages aren't numbered, but I'm happy I finally have this. I ordered this like a long time ago, so yay. And this is just a little small business. If you're interested, I'll put their information here on the screen and you can pause it or whatever and go check them out. Okay, so that is my fun book mail and my update. So the next few days are going to be a bit hectic because, well, tomorrow's Friday and that is the last football game that the band has, or that the school has. So it's a home game and I'm going to go and attempt, if my head will allow me, I'm going to go and attempt to work the concession stand for the first half and then watch the rest of the game. And then on Saturday we have a long trip. It's like 2.5 hours to go watch band competition. They had one last weekend, but it was close. This weekend they have one and it's 2.5 hours away from here. So we're gonna drive 2.5 hours, stay for I don't even know how many hours at this band competition, and then drive home. And Sunday we were planning on all of us going trick-or-treating together and the whole family getting dressed up in like costumes that all go together. Even the dogs, I have costumes for the dogs. But Xander has a little girlfriend and he's gonna go and trick or treat with his little girlfriend. So he's not gonna be in his costume that he originally was gonna be in. And he's gonna go with the girlfriend, and Marty and I will just have the house to ourselves, and we will pass out some candy. So I'm definitely gonna be returning those costumes before Halloween. Anyway, that is the upcoming plan for the rest of this vlog, and I will just talk to you guys later. So as you can tell, we are in the car. You see Marty's arm here, he's driving. We are on our way to Xander's band tournament. I brought my camera with me yesterday to the football game where I was like working in the concession stand and stuff, but we were just slammed and I never had a chance to bring out my camera. As far as reading goes, I didn't really read anything more on Thursday, I think, except for my like pages for the day of the Blood of Olympus, which I will say, Nico's big secret has been revealed, and I just want to hug Nico. And also Leo on the island, Calypso's island, I'm loving that. Like, oh my goodness, swooning, it's so cute. Very much enjoying that. But yeah, I don't think I really read much of If We Were Villains, but I'm kind of putting that on pause for this trip because it's like 2 hours to the competition and 2 hours back. I brought with me The Haunting of Ashbourne House and the box with all of the gifts right here, and I have the audiobook, so I'm gonna put this on. I think between the ride there and back, we could read most of this or listen to most of this, and I'm gonna be following along in the book. And then Marty's off tomorrow, so we can finish this. If we don't finish it today, we can finish it tomorrow. And yeah, I'm gonna get this done because I wanted to include at least this in this vlog. So I will pop back on here when we get to our first gift, and yeah, I will. Oh, actually, let me see what page our first gift is on. I'm also trying to hold the camera from sliding off the dash. Okay, so it looks like our first gift is actually on page 14, so I'll be back very soon. Okay, so we made it to page 14, and it says, Adrian lowered Wolfgang to the porch and tore open the envelope containing her key. And so I don't think this is just a key, because this is a big envelope. It's tied with a bow. It did have a little explosion here on the side, but I haven't peeked. So let's see what we have. Sorry, my camera just fell. Hold on. Okay, hopefully it's okay there. So it's a key, or keys. Oh my gosh. It is this is ridiculous. We got these big, heavy metal keys. Google thinks I'm asking it for something. But yeah, there's 5 keys on this ring. This thing is heavy. And that's literally all that was in this envelope. Okay, so these are the keys to the house. What I know about this book, the very first chapter, Adrian is like 6 years old, and her mother's running out of this house. It's like raining, and they're leaving this house. She puts her in the passenger seat, doesn't buckle her in, which she finds like really disturbing because her mother never forgets to buckle her in. And she gets in the car, and her mom's crying and has like some blood splattered on her chin, and they're like leaving this place. And now it's I forget how many years in the future. How many years did it say? Like 17 years in the future or something? I can't remember. Anyway, she's an adult now, and she has just received notification that she's inherited this house from like a distant relative, which according to her mother, they had no surviving relatives. So that's bizarre. I think her mother I'm guessing her mother's passed away because she talks about her mother in the past tense. But yeah, she's just getting to this house, and as she gets to the house, she's remembering this moment when they were leaving, and she was wondering, you know, what was going on with that. The next gift is for page 250 something. Hold on. I think it was 259. No. 253. So towards the end of the book. So it'll be a while until I have another check-in for you to open the next gift. It'll probably be when we're on our way back from the competition. So probably the next thing you'll see, I'm guessing, will be them performing in the competition.
Please welcome to the field the Hixson High School Marching Band.
Making sure the windows and the back door were locked, before finally settling back into the lunchroom. Wolfgang had returned to dozing on his mother. Without the fire, he curled into a compact bundle.
So we are all done at the competition. We didn't stay for a super long time because, as you might have seen, it is rainy and cold and gross, and everybody was just ready to go. So we didn't stick around and watch other bands perform. But it was an experience. Our band did rate superior, which is as high as you can rate. However, they didn't place in any of the categories, but that's okay. They still did a great job. They had a good time, I think. And I'm very proud of them. Now we are headed back home, and I forgot to tell you because it got kind of crazy once we got there. So we got to page 134 of this, or 135, and it just got to like this really spooky, creepy part where she keeps having these nightmares, and she woke up from the nightmare and the power's gone out in this creepy house that she's in, and she sees something like a shadow of a person outside her front door. And then we got there and we had to stop, so I'm excited to get back into the story and see what's going on. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I will check back in with you when we get to the next gift. So as you can see, it's dark outside now. I also think my face is sunburned or windburned, I don't know which. I have the the little visor mirror open, so I have some light. But we got to the next gift, and the last thing it says, so we're on page 253, and it says, "The painted eyes blinked." And here's our gift, and I can already tell there's a frame. This book is quite spooky. I'm going to try to open this with one hand. I'm concerned about what I'm going to see here. Okay, so it is the painting of the girl, and though I was totally expecting it to look like a little hologram or whatever, where it looks like the eyes blink, but they don't. You just have a creepy painting of this girl. I don't know what I'm gonna do with any of these things, but that's what we have. It's wrapped in plastic. I'm just gonna leave it wrapped in plastic for now. The next gift, I think, is on page 270 something, so like another 20 pages or so, and we're very close to getting to the school, so I guess I'll check in with you soon. Okay, so we are at the school and we're waiting for them to arrive, but we got to the next gift. I was right, it was on page 273, and it said, or it says, she then pointed the flashlight at the magnifier so that its beam passed through the glass. So here is our gift, and I'm guessing this is like a magnifying glass or something. So we have a flashlight that's got like text all over it, and a magnifying bookmark. Let's see if the flashlight works. It doesn't feel like it has batteries in it. Funny. Yeah, there's no batteries in here. So these are actually the first gifts that I kind of like because I can always use a flashlight, and the magnifying bookmark is kind of cool. So the next gift is going to be on page 329. I don't know if we'll get to it tonight or if we'll wait until tomorrow, just because, I mean, I think we might get to it tonight. I know that the band is arriving very, very soon, so we may not get to it before we get home, but maybe later this evening. Okay, I thought that was the bus. All right, I'm gonna go and I will talk to you guys later. Einstein's like, what's going on? Hello, Xander.
Hello.
Pose. Whoa, he's spoopy.
Very spooky.
Happy Halloween, or happy Samhain if that's what you celebrate. Either way, today was a fun trick-or-treaty day. As you saw, Xander got all done up as a ghost. Marty and I didn't end up doing the costumes and stuff because Xander was gonna go trick-or-treating with his little girlfriend, and he had a good time, which was good. Unfortunately, right before taking Xander to his girlfriend's house, after, I don't know, like 3 days of my head doing good, all of a sudden I was hit with another massive headache, which has just kind of wrecked me for this evening, which really kind of stunk. But I've taken stuff for it, and it's a fierce headache. But, you know, at least it's not an everyday thing anymore. And like I said, I've gone like 3 days, something like that, without having to take anything for my head. So that's good. We didn't have a lot of trick-or-treaters, so Xander and Marty have like devoured most of the candy that we had to pass out for trick-or-treaters. Because literally we just had 4 kids. That was it, 4 kids. 2 little ones that live up the street, little sisters, and then twin boys from across the street, and that was it. And I did get lots of reading done, or listening done. I was listening to the audiobook and following along. Now that might have had something to do with the headache too. I don't know. I mean, I did most of that after the headache already came, but yeah, the way my head was, I was definitely not able to just physically read, but I did follow along. Anyway, I got a lot done. So I finished The House of Hades. I'm going to give this 4 stars. Really enjoyed it. I am really enjoying all of Rick Riordan's books. If you didn't know, this is my first time reading through all these, and just thoroughly enjoying these. And yeah. I can't really tell you too much about it because it is the 4th book, but I can tell you that they're having to try and close the door to Hades because Gia is trying to open it up and let all the monsters out to like take over the world. Next, I finished If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio, and I had much higher hopes for this book. Like, I know this is Allie from Hardback Hoarder's like favorite book, and I know other people absolutely love this book, and I didn't dislike it, but I don't know, to me it was kind of long-winded. I mean, if you are a huge Shakespeare fan, then you absolutely love this. I like Shakespeare. I think I enjoyed it more when I was younger than as I'm older, but I'm gonna give this 3 stars. Okay, so this goes in 2 different timelines. We have present day, which is this detective. He's going to this prison where the prisoner is getting ready to be released after having been in prison for 10 years for the murder of one of his classmates. But the detective never really felt like this person was actually the one responsible, and he wanted to know what the real story is. And the guy was like, okay, well, as long as you can, you know, promise no double jeopardy or anything like that, and it's off the record, I'll tell you the story. And so it goes back and forth between them talking and in the past, 10 years ago, when all of this happened. And we have 7 students that are all part of this Shakespearean kind of school. And one night, one of them disappears and is found the next day. And, well, he has been murdered. And it kind of just, the story is leading up to that point and after that point, and kind of the reveal of who really did it. And I don't know. It was just okay for me. So I'm giving this 3 stars. And then Marty and I finished The Haunting of Ashburn House by Darcy Coates. And this was a very excellent Halloween spooky story to read. And I know I have another gift remaining, but the gift actually follows the very last line of the book. So that's why we finished it before doing another check-in. So I can say, okay, I can't read that entire sentence without any kind of spoilers or anything, but I can say Adrian opened the novel and began to read aloud. So now I have the box here, and we're going to open up our the last gift, which I'm expecting to be a novel. It feels like a novel. I have no idea what it might be, but let's open it up and see. When I say I have no idea what it might be, I mean I have no idea what novel it might be. Oh, okay. Dracul. It's Dacher Stoker and J.D. Barker. Okay, let's see. Ooh, this is pretty. It says, it's 1868 and a 21-year-old Bram Stoker waits in a desolate tower to face an indescribable evil. Armed only with crucifixes, holy water, and a rifle, he prays to survive a single night, the longest of his life. Desperate to record what he has witnessed, Bram scribbles down the events that led him here. A sickly child, Bram spent his early days bedridden in his parents' Dublin home, tended by his caretaker, a young woman named Ellen Crone. When a string of strange deaths occur in a nearby town, Bram and his sister Matilda detect a pattern of bizarre behavior by Ellen, a mystery that deepens chillingly until Ellen vanishes suddenly from their lives. Years later, Matilda returns from studying in Paris to tell Bram the news that she has seen Ellen, and that the nightmare they've thought long ended is only beginning. A riveting novel of gothic suspense, Dracul reveals not only Dracula's true origin, but Bram Stoker's and the tale of the enigmatic woman who connects them. Oh, this sounds really good. Ooh. And let's see, there's some blurbs on the back here. We have one by R.L. Stine that says, reading Dracul is like watching a classic vampire film. Bram Stoker lives. Dracula lives. Horror lives on nearly every page. A terrifying read that gave me hours of fun. Oh. And Riley Sager says, brilliant, Dracul pumps fresh blood into the vampire genre by telling the story of the man who started it all, Bram Stoker. And what a story. A grand adventure that contains all the literary playfulness and mounting dread of the original Dracula. It gave me chills. Oh my goodness. And there's also blurbs by John Sowell, Richard Kismar, Josh Mallerman, Eric Rickstad. Awesome. And it's a pretty book. Like, that is a stunning book. Well, maybe this will be something I read next Halloween. There was also a print in here that says, fear returned, curling like a cold serpent through her stomach. Yeah, this was definitely the best gift in that box. Followed second by the little flashlight and bookmark. So I am looking forward to reading this at some point. And that is going to be it for this vlog. It is currently almost 11 p.m. I'm going to have to go to sleep soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye!